Yes, welcome back. We proceed with this morning show. This is Good Morning Kenya. It's a pleasure being with you on this fine Monday morning. And as we mentioned there earlier on, it's all about matters concerning transformative leadership. Are you a transformative leader? What are you doing to become one? Do you know who a transformative leader is? Now, in this conversation, we shall engage the youth. How are youths being engaged when it comes to transformative leadership, especially here in the country, here in Kenya? My name is Aguko. Thank you for choosing KBC Channel 1 in helping us in this conversation. I am with Alice Kamau to my far left. She is a digital inclusion manager. Karibu sana, Alice.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ram.
Yes, and next to me, Caroline Macharia, digital inclusion assistant. Karibu sana, Caroline.
Thank you a lot, Ram.
Niko salama.
Niko salama.
How are you guys feeling? Chilly.
Fine.
Well, let's get into it, and even as talk about this, let's first of all start by understanding Youth Future Lab. Silio,
Yeah.
What is it all about? Let me start with you, Alice.
Youth Future Lab is an organization that we aim at working with youths in empowering them in different areas and sectors. It is an NGO that started back in 2018, where we have been able to work with youths in various ways, and one being in youth media, digital inclusion, environmental action, and skills development.
Mm-hmm. All right. Carol, anything to add on in regards to Youth Future?
Yeah, saying that we've worked with youths, as Alice has said, with the four main things. One, with the youth media, we have the community journalist, where we've come in with a lot of youths. We've engaged with a lot of youths in the journalism part and airing the voices in their communities. Okay. Then another thing, it's the digital inclusion, where we have the digital inclusion ambassadors, where we involve them through training them, giving them resources that they can reach other people from the local communities. Then we have the environmental action, where we have the environmental ambassadors, where we still train them about the environment and they spread the gospel. Then the fourth one, about the skills development, it's where we have the online courses, face-to-face, skills bootcamp. Yeah.
Okay. So your focus mainly is on the youth.
Yes, the youth and the community, the youth and their impact in their community.
The impact in the community.
Yes.
Do you feel we have transformative leaders among the youth in the country here? Are we raising transformative leaders?
I believe that we are, when we have many transformative leaders in the community, only that they need a bit of support in different areas so that they can be able to really, feel that full potential.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm looking at youth media. You mentioned that. So do you focus mostly with people who are interested in journalism?
Not basically just interested in journalism, or they have gone to school about the same. But what we do, we offer training and support so that someone can be able to amplify whatever it is that is happening in the local community, and it can reach a wider audience, both nationally and internationally, so that we can be able to have this, we can be able to solve the issues going on in the community at large. Yes.
Anything to add?
In that dimension, you will find there is somebody who is good in writing articles, writing stories, taking videos. That's now where the youth media comes in at large. Not only, you don't have to be with the skill. As ourselves as Youth Future, we give you the skills, the resources, we train you, and you can be able to give us the stories and amplify them. Yeah.
Now, I'm looking into the issues concerning our nation where youths like engaging in. One area that many youths engage in is politics, for example. Of course, among many others. When you look into politics, you'll realize that youths are the ones that are being used to spearhead a political agenda. It could be pro or not pro, depending on the particular area we are conversing on. How are we streamlining this area, the aspect of transformative leaders, in regards to the mindset youths have politically and in advancing their own agenda? Are youths empowered to understand their own agenda in the country, even as we talk about youth media, as an example?
For one, what we try to do as much as we don't work alone. We work with people who offer the civic education. We have one partner in Rongai who offer the civic education so that the youth can understand their importance politically and so that they can know what it is, their role that they're supposed to play in there, so that they won't try to be manipulated into probably, let's say, just doing something because we've been offered 200 bob and pushing an agenda that it is not for them just because there's that compensation for it, so that they can be able to use the platforms and the voice that they have to or choose the right thing that is going to be beneficial to them.
And employment is still an issue that is affecting many of our youth currently, and that's why when you look at aspects of youth inclusion, lack of employment can bring a very big divide, and that is what can make somebody say, you know what, let me go for that 200 shillings that can be given to me. So can we argue that it is not the lack of information towards becoming a transformative leader, but just lack of opportunities?
Yeah, okay, at some point we would argue that, but you find sometimes we are brought opportunities on the table, but we miss it. You see, so it all takes yourself to follow the right channels. If at all you'll go there to that political and get that 200 and get a network that will make you get another opportunity thereafter, well and good. But now if you brought, it all depends actually with you. If you brought two opportunities, one which yourself you feel like it's jittery to you, but you choose to go that way because you have no option, there is also another opportunity. So it all depends with you as a youth what you choose.
But then do you guys address that aspect of employment and how it plays a role in decision making? Because I'm looking into the aspect of yes, mimi ni youth, I don't have anything to do at home. Sendio, I can be sent. I can go out there and I can engage in whatever I want to engage in. It could be crime. It could be something legal. It could be something illegal. But now the youths are the ones that are the center of this conversation. Do you address and look into the aspect of unemployment, even as you are transforming youths pale mashinani?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
And one of the things that we say is that there's easy money and there's money that can last you longer. Money that it does not have the negative effect in the long run, especially now pushing a motion just because of 200 shillings, and this motion is not even going to build you or benefit you in the long run. We always try to empower them to get the skills, to get the training that they require to prevent such things from happening. When they have the knowledge of how important it is for them to acquire the skills such that they can also be self-employed, they can go and get opportunities out there, especially with the certifications that we offer. They don't have to just work in one field. It is something that you can present for employment. So yes, we really encourage people to to gain the skills, to gain the knowledge, and not to just go for something that is easily just available and it won't last longer. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, to add on that, you will find us, other than the certification, we give the training. Either it be online, you can do your courses wherever you are. You don't have to come to the offices. So it's anywhere, anytime. You can do your courses and get that certification. Another thing, it's about the hands-on training.
Yes.
There is one-on-one training. Caro, I can train you one or two things that will help you get the skills on hand. Yeah.
And when you look at training, are youth interested in education, in training, in learning? Do they come out in numbers? Because we are saying, yes, we need to transform our youth, but are they willing to be transformed? Are they willing to learn something new? Still on you, Carol.
Yeah.
Do you see them coming out?
Yeah, a number of them come out, and we also try as much to show them the importance and the aftermath of these skills. You don't have to wait to be employed. You'll employ yourself, and also you can be able to employ others. It all starts with yourself. Once you get the skills and the knowledge, you can be able to start it from somewhere.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So I am a Kenyan youth. I'm interested in growing and in becoming someone better. Should I choose education or should I seek employment? Carol.
I would
Because
say
this is a mind that many are struggling with. And I know this is a question many are asking themselves. Should I go to school and get these skills? Ama nitafute tu kazi pale kumta.
I believe it's said. Whatever is in your mind, it can be taken by anyone, right? So I would rather, or I believe, gain the skills compared to the employment first. Gain the skills first, then employment come later. When you have the skills themselves, you don't have to seek for employment. You can create the employment yourself. Yeah.
All right. Alice, your thoughts are the same. Employment first or skills first? Because the youths are watching us today. Talk to them.
What I would say is that sometimes, as much as you would want to jump right into employment, kazi huisha. That's why with that, kazi huisha. But if you have the skills already,
Yes.
you can always bounce back. So you might want to run into the where the money is right away, but then ikiisha, what are you going to do? How are you going to bounce back up?
How are you going to bounce back? Now let's talk about a very important aspect here. Digital inclusion. Digital inclusion. Very key area, yet we don't know whether youth are taking advantage of it to transform their lives. Still on you, Alice. How can we ensure that there is digital inclusion, especially for the Kenyan youth, so that their lives are transformed?
What I can say is that when it comes to digital, everything, digital information, the technology and whatnot, it is a very wide area that can be used in very many ways, especially when it comes to marketing and building yourself, learning, and all those things. And I feel that sometimes we get swept by the wind, and you just on your phone, watching funny clips and whatnot. But then again, if you could only learn a few things, how you can utilize the technology, the phone or the laptop that you have to the maximum, I feel like it's an area that can offer a lot of employment and empowerment to the youth. Yeah.
The youth take advantage of it. Yes, we all have our phones. We all have this particular gadget. But is it helping you? Your thoughts on the same, Carol?
Yeah, okay. As per me, I would say, having the gadgets, it's very helpful. Kulingana na venye mwenye utaitumia na venye unataka kuitumia.
Yeah.
Not only the phone, even the laptop themselves, any other gadget. In the digital inclusion side, through the gadgets, you can access a lot of information. You can learn through this phone. You can market anything through these gadgets. You can establish something that you can sell through this gadget. So as far as we get the way to utilize it to the maximum, not only helping others to maximize their gadgets, because most of the people, that's what we do or they do, we help others to maximize their gadgets, but we should also check on our side, what are we doing with our gadgets? You know, that's where the digital inclusion comes in. Yeah.
So you help youths understand how to maximize on their digital space.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
Now, what are some of the areas where youth can take advantage of, digitally speaking? Alice?
Well, one of the ways that you can gain or benefit a lot from all the gadgets that we have and the time that you have, I would say one is learning. You can be able to learn a lot. There's so many, there are ebooks online. We have, especially for us, we have Google Classrooms. So these are virtual classrooms. So if you get an opportunity to join one and you're going to gain the skills, there's also marketing. Whatever it is that you do, just you want to be on TikTok, show us your work. Maybe someone out there is going to see what you're doing, maybe give you insight on the same, critique, or even get to a customer, get to a wider market for your products. Yes.
All right. Caro, any tips for youth so that they can take advantage of the digital space?
I would say, like, for instance, you see these government services. They are done online. And through that, when you have the knowledge, you don't have to go to tell somebody else, do for me this so that I can pay you this. Once you have that knowledge, you can do it yourself.
You can do it yourself?
Yes.
But the TikTok, does it have any age limit? Can anyone join TikTok?
Anyone can join TikTok.
Can I join TikTok?
You can.
Can my father be on TikTok?
Show us your work on TikTok.
My dad can be on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's all about transformative leaders. Thank you so much, Alice, for coming.
Thank
Caro,
you. Thank you so
thanks so
much
much for coming. And I pray that you continue doing what you're doing. Transform the youths so that we can have a bright future, because they are the leaders of today. Cindy,
Yes. Yeah,
thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for inviting us.
How can people get a hold of you if they want to, interact with you as we conclude? Alice?
One of the ways, or the one way that could be easier, it's through our website. It's yflab.org.
All right.
Yes.
And that is what brings us to the end of this conversation right here on Good Morning Kenya. I was with Alice Kamau, Digital Inclusion Manager, and Caroline Macharia, Digital Inclusion Assistant. They're both from Youth Future Lab. Thank you so much for coming. And it is on that note that we bring this conversation to a close. But still, Good Morning Kenya continues. We still have yet other conversations lined up for you. Let's take a short break and we'll be back in a bit.